Hello kids, welcome to Mental Math class. Our topic for today is 10 frame. Our learning objective is learners will review counting with 10 frame, and our learning outcome is learners are able to identify the 10 frame and learners are able to estimate the dots in 10 frame. Let's look at the 10 frame carefully. Can you look at this 10 frame and tell me how many dots is there? Yes, there is only one dot. Perfect. Let's see the next 10 frame. Now tell me how many dots can you see? Yes, there are two dots. What about now? How many dots are there? Yes, there are three dots. Now children, when we do this activity, we are not supposed to count these dots. We are going to estimate the dots by keeping this 10 frame in our mind. Now tell me how many dots can you see? Yes, awesome. There are 4 dots. Let's see the next 10 frame. Now tell me how many dots are there in this 10 frame? Yes, there are 5 dots. Good job. Now, can you see some difference in this 10 frame? Yes, and the difference is that the first row is full. You cannot add more dots in this first row. But children, do you think there is a possibility of adding the dots in the second row? Yes, we can do that. If the number is more than 5, you need to use the second row to put the dots. Let's see this next 10 frame. Now tell me how many dots are there. Great, there are 6 dots. Now tell me how many dots are there. Yes, there are 7 dots. Children, as I said before, whenever we do this activity, we should not count the dots. We should estimate the dots by keeping this 10 frame in our brain. Now tell me how many dots are there. Great, there are 8 dots. So children, as you can see that the first row is full with 5 dots and the second row has 3 dots. So 5 and 3 makes 8 dots. Now tell me how many dots are there in this 10 frame. Great! There are 9 dots. Let's see the next 10 frame. How many dots can you see now? Yes, there are 10 dots. So children, can you see some difference again? Yes, and the difference is the 10 frame is full of dots. Can you see any empty box now? No. So there are no empty box in this 10 frame. Let's learn more about 10 frame in detail. As you can see that this is the format of the 10 frame. There are many boxes in this 10 frame and it is divided into two parts, the top part and the bottom part. In the top part, there are 5 boxes. It is also called as a top row. And in the bottom part, again there are 5 boxes and it is also called as a bottom row. Now, let's learn how to use the 10 frame in our mental math class. As you can see, the first row is filled with 5 dots and the second row is empty. It represents number 5. Can you see some changes now? Yes, the 10 frame is filled with 10 dots. Can you see any empty boxes over here? No, there is not a single empty box in this 10 frame. So it represents number 10. Can you tell me the difference in this 10 frame? Yes, one box is without the dot and it is highlighting. Perfect. So, if one dot is missing from the bottom row, what do you think the number will be? Yes, the number will be 9. We need to keep it in our mind that the first row has 5 dots and the second row has 5 dots. And whenever one dot is missing from the bottom row, it will represent number 9. In the same way, if 2 dots are missing from the bottom row, it will represent number 8. And so on. Now children, let's talk about this 10 frame. Can you see some difference now? Do you think this 10 frame is filled with 10 dots? Correct, this 10 frame is not filled with 10 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 boxes empty in this 10 frame. So children, what do you think? Why these boxes are empty and what it represents? Correct. The number is 6. So whenever the first row is filled with 5 dots and the second row has 1 dot, it represents number 6. That means 5 and 1 is 6. Correct. It's reflection time. Children, take your paper and pencil and do this activity. There will be few 10 frame on the screen. You need to look at the 10 frame and estimate the number. You need to record the answer in your paper. Let's begin. Children, keep this in mind that we are not supposed to count the dots, but we are supposed to estimate the dots. Here is the next 10 frame. And the third one. And here is the last 10 frame. It's time to play an online game. You can tell your mommy and daddy to copy this game link to play the game. Enjoy the game, children. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.